Just got out of members only, sharing some stories, sharing some updates, and then thought I'd come on and say, hey, here's a view, part of my view anyway. I'll show you some more as I go. How y'all doing? Let me know when you watch the playback. Let me know how you're doing. Hello to old and new subscribers. Shalom. Barbara. Hello. It's about 1 p.m. Habari. It's about 1 p.m. here. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me okay? Let me know where you're watching from. Anyone who's live, obviously, let me know where you're watching from. Here's some of my view here in Zanzibar. The brother out there, I don't know if you can see him taking a nap. A lot of seaweed came in last night. The tide is in. It might slowly be going out. I don't know. Originally from Miami, Florida, in Kenya. Fire. Thanks for joining us, Barbara, Miss Barbara. Here's the Indian Ocean. I'm sure you know all about that, Barbara. I don't know if you're in Nairobi or Mombasa. I hear Mombasa, Kenya is like Zanzibar, like here. So what's up, neighbor? So, all right, let me keep walking because it's hot. Yeah, also, so this is just, stream of consciousness, though I have a few little thoughts I wrote down. I'm thankful for this local phone. We're back on this local phone life. So I got data. It's better for creating instead of being on my phone. Well, to be live anyway. So currently in Nairobi, relocating from Accra, Tanzania. Gotcha. Okay. Here's a little bit more of my view. But that's cool. Thanks for joining me, Barbara. Stay as long as you like. Everybody live and on the playback, just a reminder that May 30, that's this Saturday, is the next Move Abroad in 3 Easy Steps online workshop with myself and my family. My parents are fully retired. My brother and I are digital remote workers. Part of that includes our business here that we promote on the channel, relocation services and consultation. We're also video editors as well. So we have other clients we work with and things like that. So we talk about those things and answer some of those questions according to our experience. And so if you're even remotely curious about moving abroad, or if you're very serious about moving abroad, we welcome you to register for the workshop. The link is in the description of this video right now. It's in the description. So you can book your seat and we'll see you. It should be 12 noon p.m. Eastern Standard Time for you guys. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in a Q&A session, if you're interested in some take-home digital materials and things like that for the workshop, Abadi. If you're interested in that, Link to register is in the description of this video. My family has lived abroad. It will be 5 years this December. That's kind of remarkable. 5 years this December, we would have lived abroad. So yeah, it's just a little walk and talk. Island life. Some of the fundies and contractors chilling around lunchtime. Hopefully this won't cut out. If it does, it means I need to get more data. Usually over there, there's water. The tide isn't in that much right now. So, it's stream of consciousness, but I did have some thoughts I wanted to write down. Yeah, so our family, if you're a longtime subscriber, we haven't been making a lot of videos because life is both busy and calm right now. And we haven't had a lot to say video-wise anyway. But we have been sharing in our newsletter. The Awaken letter, our email newsletter, is back. Link to subscribe to that is in the description of this video as well. So if you don't want to miss a video when we're making them, because I know YouTube, don't be telling people, they say hit the bell icon and this, that, and the third, and people will be missing videos and live streams and stuff. So whenever we do new videos, we'll just email you via the newsletter so you don't miss it. Okay? That's a good way to stay in touch as well. So yeah, we won't be making as many videos until you see us making a lot of videos, essentially. Okay? So to keep up and not miss anything when we do a video, or have some type of update, you know, oh, here's something going on in life, we just didn't feel like doing a video, the newsletter is a great place to keep up. So the Awaken letter is linked in the description. Yeah. So, yeah, also I mentioned members only. If you, oh man. See that blue ribbon? It's my bookmark. It broke. All right. Yeah, we live. We live right now. Yeah, I'll give you this view. Trying to give you the palm trees, not necessarily up my nose. So here's, not in any rush. I love coming in here. I hope you hear me okay. I got my mic. So here's, the wind always comes through here. So I'm headed back to the lagoon as I'm known to do. So what's going on with you guys? I won't be on too long, at least I don't plan to be. Sorry for all the rustling. I'm putting my notebook away. It's beautiful, right? Oh, there goes my timer. I'll set another one. There we go. So yeah, how y'all doing? I know it's early. Let me know in the playback how you're doing. Family hasn't been watching a lot of news lately. Anything going on? I'm just focused on island life right now, making sure the family's good, primarily. My brother Daniel just got his passport renewed, which is fire. Just go to the U.S. Embassy, get that joint renewed, and you're good to go the next decade. So just showing off some natural splendor. I'm not sure if tide is coming in or going out. I remember seeing somewhere, there's no shade. I saw somewhere where someone said, I guess, were they Chinese? It may not matter, but they were like, you Americans watch the news? Oh, how come? I think the idea was like, Americans still believe in the news and believe everything we see. That was the idea from this person who was non-American. I saw it. It was a meme or something. I don't know. But I was like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you can't believe everything you see. How can you? So usually I'd go out there, but the tide is in. Someone's backpack washed up or whatever. Yeah, you do get a lot of trash from Dar es Salaam oftentimes, sadly. This is pretty, right? I think tide might be coming in. Tide's coming in, it looks like. I think it's coming in. Was Evelyn and Mom and I been rewatching that show. Told you, the Stream of Consciousness. Y'all ever watch The Mentalist on CBS? It's that detective show about the con artist whose family was murdered, and then he joins the police to help them track down his family's killer and other killers. CBS crime procedural type thing. We're at a point where the main character, the mentalist, is on the run. And I think he goes to some Mexican island or something. And it's at a pivotal point where he just wants to give up that life of being an investigator. Won't bring his family back. He just kind of wants to move on. And so he goes to some Mexican island or something. Check this out. He had more waves. There's a point in the episode we were watching last night, Mom and Evelyn and I, where he's at the beach like this. I think a little less coral, bigger rocks though, and the waves are crashing. And he's just talking about not wanting to go back to his old life and whatnot. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. I'm gonna have to shower up again though when I get home because I am sweating. But thank goodness for the cloud. Because yeah, here's the sky. Sun behind the clouds. So I'm getting a little bit of a break. What's behind me? Some dudes over there chilling. Some taxi drivers on their bodas, their motorcycles. I could wade over there, though you have to be careful. There's a bit of a deep area over there, but I don't want to risk dropping this camera, so I won't worry about it. I might be able to sit over here somewhere. I should have brought something to sit on. Maybe some of this coral is okay. But why am I talking about The Mentalist? I guess because he was talking about his old life. So sometimes I think about my old life back in the States. Sometimes, do I sound okay? I think I do. If Miss Barbara, or at this moment, two of you are in here, what's up? I probably sound okay. Just comment, let me know. I think I sound all right though. I got my mic. What's it called? Sometimes I think about my old life. Sometimes I think about McDonald's, even though it's terrible for you. I think about Chick-fil-A. I used to work, my first job was Chick-fil-A. Sometimes I think about high-speed internet, though our internet is okay. you know, it's fine here. Daniel saw to that. Thanks for the thumbs up, Barbara. Okay. Sometimes I think about being caught up in everything happening on Capitol Hill. Oh, I'm going to have to move from here, obviously. The sun came out from behind the clouds. Yeah, let me sit over here. Oh, I think I can sit right there. Oh, or here we go. There's a rock. I didn't see it. Yeah, I can sit. I think I can sit right here, right? Yeah, nice and smooth. There we go. And here's my view. Let me snap a pic with my other phone. I hear music. Somebody over here. But yeah, sometimes I'm thinking about my old life. How my life is so much different now. And I'm still adjusting. Almost 5 years living outside of the United States with a couple of visits to family in the States here and again. Some of it can be really challenging sometimes. I live amongst a lot of expats, so I do hear English a lot. The mentalist said he was speaking Spanish, and then he came upon this lady, this American from Virginia, I guess. DMV. Do I sound like I'm from the DMV? There's a certain twang or something to our voices, I think. But he was like, no, it's nice to be able to hear English. I miss it sometimes. So I don't necessarily miss English. It can be a little tough, actually a lot tough to learn Swahili, but I'm doing okay. Kidogo, kidogo, slow, slow. I guess a lot of things used to matter. They don't matter as much. A lot of which is because a lot of those things don't exist here. You know, everyone here isn't worried about what, you know, the president's doing. Not that what he does doesn't affect the world, but people acknowledge it. They manage as they can. They're doing pretty good. And they just kind of move on. You know, it wasn't until I moved out of the States, but I still have like social media and stuff, obviously, where I'm like, you know, it makes sense, you know, I mean, they care about their politics here too. You know, it's fine. Not to make this all about politics, but it's like, wow. We really, and I get it, for legitimate reasons, really concerned with what the administration's doing, and it just kind of affects everything. Here didn't feel like that, I won't lie. Oh, I feel the breeze. So this isn't me wagging my finger at anybody. You know, you get your peace, make sure your family's good. I just didn't think about it until I wasn't there. Then I'm like, wow, I'm not concerned about that stuff as much, or not as concerned about race. You know, a lot of you guys might want to move to Africa and whatnot. Hey, Karibu, welcome. I've been noticing when you're here, in my experience as a black person, nobody really cares. No Africans really care that you're black. Admittedly, they don't know a lot about what black Americans went through. You know, it's just different history. It's a big world. I'm no longer mad at continental Africans for not knowing our history. I think when you're just in America and you haven't traveled much, you don't know about anyone else's history. You don't know about other relationships to the United States. You don't realize on some level, there's no reason for anyone to know about your history as an American, better yet, as a black American. There's no real reason to know. Plus, there's a lot of colonization here. So they know more about European history. um, continental European history. So they really don't know about Black History Month and stuff like that here. I used to be real mad about that. Like, what do you mean you don't know? It's like, they're not trying to necessarily not know, they just don't know. It's a big world. I think on some level, I thought there'd be this great homecoming once upon a time, sort of, when I came to Africa. Not necessarily. That didn't really happen. But it's okay, actually, because you just get to be here. You know, I mean, there's still racism and, or how do I mean? Hold on, let me flip it over to say this part. There's racism on the continent of Africa, just not the way, in my experience, that we experience it in the United States, because it's not the United States. It's more colonization. It's more preferential treatment for everybody else. And yet a lot of people are here, though. You got, you know, French people, you got Italians, you got British, you got other people from other African countries, Kenya, Malawi, you name it. I wouldn't call it a melting pot, but there's diversity where you'll find it. You know, there's people from Oman, there's people from all over. The port comes here as well, to Zanzibar and whatnot, as well as to Dar es Salaam. So, yeah. So there is that. Let me flip it over when I'm not talking, so you can just enjoy. I can't really go any further. I don't really know fully. There's like mangroves that way, so I've never really been there. So there's also this. There's not beauty in America, but this is really beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad, because this is a stream of consciousness, right? I'm glad when we moved to Los Angeles that we did a road trip. I mean, you kind of had to. I remember being able to see Utah, and did we go to Colorado? I think, I'm trying to remember where Zion National Park is. I can't remember what state it's in. I think I still have footage from that trip, and I just got too busy to ever edit it and post it. I need to share it. But the West, the continental United States is very beautiful. But man, the West Coast of the United States is a beautiful place. Those mountains, the bodies of water, it's just different terrain over there, you know? Comment if you live in the, you know, Midwest or the West Coast of the United States, or if you've been, you know, you got crystal clear waters there as well. They're just, I guess, mostly fresh water. This is salt water. This is the sea or the ocean. But yeah. So we're really just looking at keeping our family safe. I have a brother who's going to visit us really soon, next week. In fact, yeah, my brother Matthew's visiting us next week. Can't wait. Haven't seen him in about a year. Sorry if this is a little crooked because the tripod's weird. I don't know. It'll be his first time in Africa. Can't wait. Can't wait to see you, Matthew. So, hey, what's up? I know some people are jumping in, jumping out, because you're probably going to work over there on the west. You're probably going to work. If you stick around, let me know where you're watching from. We always like to know like who's checking us out and whatnot. Maybe we've been to wherever you're living now or something. I'm just out here enjoying the nature. Probably gonna get ready to walk back in a bit. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Are any of y'all hikers? Do you guys like the ocean? Do you like the beach? Do you like taking walks in nature? Does nature revitalize you? Or does it bother you? Like, do bugs, you do kind of have bugs out here, I won't lie. It's worse in the evening because then the mosquitoes are really, really out. I'm not sure what type of tree this is, but it's beautiful. Got palm trees. You got coconut, husks here and there. Some people were eating coconut last time. Yeah, I can't wait to. Someone was in here named Barbara, lives in Kenya. I can't wait to see Kenya. My parents visited last year. I can't wait. I got some cousins who have spent some time there. Can't wait to check it out. They have a lot there. My parents did like the safari. Check that out on our channel. They made a video about it. They did the safari there, did some shopping. A friend of ours had her baby, so they were visiting her. It was pretty great. It's like your mind just gets to go. I think that island out there is called, is it Pemba Island? Yeah, that's an island. I think I've been there. I think it's Pemba Island, or it might be Prison Island. Miami Beach's White Sands. Yeah, we have white sands in what's it called? Paje. That's like an hour up north of where I'm at right now. I think I have that right. I've never been to Miami, actually. So that's cool. It's nice to have you in there, Barbara. Just, yeah, like you can see, I'm just chilling. Gonna get ready to go back. I didn't have necessarily a lot to talk about. I just knew I wanted to make something here for the channel. Again, if you're just tuning in and you want to, be like Barbara or live like Barbara, live like my family, just living abroad, this Saturday, May 30th, we are having the next Move Abroad in 3 Easy Steps online workshop where you get to ask questions. We have some digital materials. We won't overwhelm you. We have some digital materials to help you organize your trip. If you're just curious, or maybe you're really serious about it and it's always been a dream. We talk a lot about like, oh my gosh, perhaps the administration's making life hard for the United States, maybe cost of living, a lot of doom and gloom, and a lot of that's true. But there are also a lot of reasons, like all this beautiful nature, the new culture, like there's, the Zanzibari people around me who are just chilling, some of those peaceful people you'll meet. Again, the nature, the climate. Maybe you've always wanted to do slow travel or work remote. Not that you can't do it in the States, but maybe you want to work remote with a backpack or something. I found love out here. Maybe you just wanted to put one foot in front of the other, have some adventures, increase your chances, for lack of a better term, of, finding someone special. Those are reasons to move abroad as well. There's more to life than doom and gloom, thankfully. There's more to life there's more to moving abroad than that. Those are reasons, but our family lately, we've been on YouTube for a handful of years now. And I guess we're just kind of learning in real time with you guys, like, yeah, thankfully there's more to life and more to moving abroad and expat life and slow travel than what's bad. There is, things are a lot cheaper here. Mom and I were shopping yesterday and they got brown sugar. I didn't know white sugar is banned, like out here. Or I guess you really have to look for it. It's not really good for you. I didn't even know that. You can get like 32 eggs for like maybe $5 or something. Let me convert. Hold on. Stream of consciousness. Let me convert. Let me see. I think if you do, let me switch this. So we're in shillings. I think 36 eggs is maybe 16,000 shillings. That's, I don't know if you can see that. 16,000 shillings is $6. The most it could be might be 22,000 shillings. It's $8, just under $10 for 32, 36 eggs. So those are things to think about. We have health insurance. We don't use it much though, because USD goes very, very far. Just is the state of things. I'm sure Miss Barbara knows all about that on the Kenyan shilling up there. Let me get on my soapbox for a minute. If you want to move abroad, do it. Don't let anybody try to make you out to be some type of colonizer or something. People make it seem like, yeah, well, the locals live such and such a way. You know what? Respectfully, I'm not trying to be mean. The locals were living how they were living before I got here. And until, some things in their economy that maybe I can contribute, I'm trying to contribute to, or otherwise will change. But things were happening the way they were happening before anyone ever decided to move abroad. We make donations to some local companies, both here and wide. My signal's a little funny. Might be time to get ready to go. We do some donations to like this sanctuary for girls in Uganda. Check it out. It's called Grace Villa. I did an interview with the founder, Mama Ruth. Shout out to Mama Ruth. They're amazing. Been meaning to get back to Uganda for a while. My family went for like 3 days for a visa run a few years ago, back when we were living in Rwanda. So if you want to move abroad, move abroad. It's fine. Contribute to the locals, contribute to the economy in whatever way you can. You don't have to do anything dramatic. You don't got to be on no philanthropy levels if you don't have it. It's fine. You can donate to make sure you frequent the local, which won't be hard. Frequent the local shops. Put your money in there. Bakeries. Put your money in the bank. The local camps or whatever. Just don't let anyone make you think you're a bad person for moving abroad. If you're black, everybody watches us. We got people in here, white, Latin communities, you name it. Everyone's got an opinion. So my opinion is, if you're black and you want to move abroad to an African country or otherwise, do it. You can live abroad as long as you want. We're permanent residents. So that's what we're doing. You do what feels right to you. It's perfectly fine. Sorry, I almost muted. I think we're good. So maybe I'll get ready to head on back. It's been a little while now. Yeah, I head on back. Glad I found that seat there. All right. Yeah, life is just too short to be listening to people. Don't listen to people who ain't never moved abroad, who ain't never even left their home state. Oh, got a data warning. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready to stop this now. I'll put more data on here, don't worry. But yeah, if you've people who have never lived abroad. Habari. Freshie. All right, fresh. Listen to people who have done it, if that's what you want to do. You want to start a business? Listen to people who have started a business. Life's just too, I said that already, but life's just too short not to be doing what you want to do. It really is. Just out here walking and talking in nature. You want to see some of this? Go see it. For real. I'm reminded of that scene. Y'all know I'm a movie nerd. The Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith. And he told his son, after hurting his feelings, like, oh, you'll never be a great basketball player and all that. And Jaden got sad, right? You know, he crushed his little boy's dreams. And he was like, you know what? Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. It's true. I love that movie. The book's great too. Check out the book. If you didn't know, The Pursuit of Happiness is a memoir by the author Chris Gardner. Check it out. Let me know in the comments if you've seen, what shows have I mentioned? If you've watched The Mentalist, comment if you've watched it, starring Simon Baker. And if you've seen The Pursuit of Happiness, comment, let me know if you've seen it. What's your favorite part? What do you think of the movie? But I love that quote. You want something? Go get it. I'm inspired by my dad. My dad wanted to live in Los Angeles. So did I. So we met as a family and we did it. There's stuff in between there. I get it, but we did it. Then we wanted to move abroad, live internationally. There's some things from point A to point B, but we did it. Didn't let anyone stop us. Didn't let, oh, aren't there wild animals in Africa? We could have been going anywhere, but we wanted to move to an African country. Aren't there wild animals? Do they like you? Do they like black people in Africa? Yeah, they do. We're perfectly fine. You're not one of them, but you're one of them. So let this be motivation and inspiration. If you want to move abroad, go do it. Let me show you what I'm looking at. I'm headed back. Just people just want to drag you down. They don't want you to think anything's possible anymore. It's just not true. It's just not. I'm sure not here to curse the administration or elevate them. Certain things happening in the administration want you to think you can't move abroad or you can't have a good quality of life wherever you're at. You can. You can research. I was reminded you can research more than you've ever been able to research before. Nowadays, you can even use AI to help you with your research. The libraries are still open. I was seeing people a few months ago. Something happened. I don't know what it was. And everybody online was talking about, the library. And I'm like, yeah, libraries are still open. They're not just for kids. They're for families. Sanctuaries of knowledge. You can research all types of things. Your health. How to, better your relationships. The knowledge is out there. You just might have to take a different path. Here we go. Speaking of pathways. Maybe your path just looks different from somebody else. I don't know. That's not all bad. Hello, Zion. Oh, it's Josiah. But I'll tell Dad you said, what's up? I'm about to get off of here. Oh, did I show you all the sky as well? Oh, there's a plane. Somebody going off someplace far away. Someone's going on an adventure. So, yeah. Just enjoying being out, heading back home. As hot as it is, so thankful for the breeze. So thankful for this cloud cover today. Really cut down on the intensity. I don't know what type of plants these are. They're really pretty. Ooh. The bees think they're pretty too. So I hope everyone's mind is doing well. One of the last times I was on here, I was talking about mindset, and I'm working on it. Some days are good, some are bad. There's that joke, oh, moving abroad will solve all your problems. Yes and no. No, there's no magic pill. I was watching that movie Limitless recently, speaking of. Comment if you've seen Limitless, starring Bradley Cooper and Robert De Niro. A magic pill so that you can unlock 100% of your mental capacity. Pursuing peace, your purpose, that's what I'm learning. That's where my attention's at right now. My purpose. You know, listening to the Most High talking to me about what I need to be doing. That's my limitless pill. You know, taking it slow. Here, everything's pole pole. Everything's slow. It's island life. I was noticing when I was watching, I was talking about The Mentalist earlier. You notice whether it's The Mentalist, maybe a Jason Bourne movie or two, or James Bond, or really anything, you know, anything as it would happen that's about crime, investigators, they always go to, respectfully, a third world country or a developing country, a place where all those trappings are gone, to get peace. Isn't that interesting? Just admiring. I don't know what these are, but they're cool. Isn't that interesting? You think all the trappings of Western life and how they're so much better than everyone else, you'd think that'd be enough for some people, but it ain't. Not here to throw shade on the US. That's not even what I'm doing. I'm just acknowledging and just finding it interesting. So yeah. Last time I'll share this on this video. We're not doing a lot of videos these days. We're just following our direction right now. But so you don't miss videos when we do put them up, because YouTube, I think, you know, thank goodness for YouTube, but YouTube's notification system needs a little work. So oh, here's a cool angle. Get on our newsletter. The Awaken letter is back, linked in the description. Yeah, so that's pretty. So yeah, we'll let you know when we have new videos up. Just come straight to your inbox so you don't miss anything. Habari. You know? So, so that you don't miss nothing. And then, of course, this Saturday, May 30, is a Move Abroad workshop, online workshop. Q&A session with us. We've lived abroad almost 5 years. And we're to help you. We will help you organize your trip. Best time to start moving abroad, planning your move abroad, if that's what you want to do, was yesterday. Next best time is right now. You know? Let me see, maybe I can take it back to where we kind of started. I'm back here. See, a link for the workshop is in the description. Okay. Here's my view again. Yeah, what makes y'all happy? Let me know in the comments, what makes y'all the happiest? What gives you the most peace? So my family's been talking about, so what my parents are talking about, they've been retired for years. And, you know, I'm seeing they still got plenty of energy, but I'm also seeing how they're slowing down a little bit. You know, can't pretend that as we get older and progress that our parents aren't getting older. They're still good. They're doing fine. But they're also intentionally moving slow. Being very strategic. How are you being strategic? I'm being strategic with, we're all being strategic with this channel now. Making more time for the family. Being more intentional about the work that we do. You know? Ant on my phone. There we go. I'm being more intentional about the work that I do, the life that I want to live, listening to my heart more, seeing more of where the Most High is in my corner and not fighting me. Sometimes it feels like, oh, it's not going my way. God didn't want me to succeed. Yes, he does. He just might not look the way you thought. Success doesn't always look the way you thought it would, but it's still success. I'm still learning this. So I'm talking right now, but I'm still learning it. So thanks for joining me on this walk and talk in Zanzibar. Hope you guys are doing well, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.